All right, factoring by grouping, and we're also going to do synthetic division. All right, step 1, segregate. Oh, sorry, group. The idea here is to get, we're going to get inside the parentheses the same 2 items. Okay, what can I take out of that? Factor, what can I factor out? Okay. And I'm left with 3n plus 1. Can I take anything out of that? No. So I'm just going to put a 1 there for. Hey, guess what?
Oh my God.
They match. I wouldn't quite put it that way, but okay. That's our goal. So now we can factor each of those terms out and get our factored polynomial, 3n plus 1 and 4n squared plus 1. There you go. Would you be comfortable calculating the zeros from there? Set them equal to 0 and solve?
Oh, that's yes, that is a lot.
Okay, so that would give you your zeros. Or the roots, I guess, in this case. Do you want me to show you a harder one? Okay. mz minus 5mh squared minus 5nz plus 25nh squared. Ooh.
I did write that down. Good.
Piece of cake. Okay, this one's already in order too. If you can do it, go ahead. It's mz minus 5mh squared minus 5nz plus 25nh squared. It's a mouthful. What can I factor out of this one? And that one. Okay, let me show you something here. What's left in this one? Z minus. We need that to match what we get here. Nope. Negative 5. And thank you. Then we're left with z minus 5h squared. You're trying to get them to match.
Yeah, because there's already negative.
Think of it like adding a negative there. So if I took the negative 5n out, it's going to end up a negative here. That's good. Good pointing that out. And there's your factored equation. Good? Since there are more than one variable, we wouldn't worry about it. Because it would be what's called a surface, and we don't do surfaces in here. Three-dimensional shapes. They get a little messy, but you can do it. I don't know what you're talking about. Synthetic division is very useful if you have one factor or 1 0. You can do it as well. Okay, so if you have a 0 or a factor, you can use synthetic division to get the others. Okay, let's see if you remember what goes in that little box. Okay. The opposite of that number or the same as that number. Take your pick. And what goes here? 1, negative 3, negative 9, and if you can solve it, go ahead. Anybody not know what we're doing here? Okay. Drop the 1. Are you okay with the setup? First step, 3 times 1. 3 plus 3 is? Ooh, saucy. That makes it fun. Three times 0. Add. 3 times negative 9. And add. If you're using a factor of the equation or function, you know it's always going to be 0. So if you don't get 0, you did the work wrong. Okay, there's no remainder if you divide by a factor, ever. I'm not worried about that right now. Okay, what's my new factor? Yeah, you can cross that out, of course. So f of x equals x squared minus 9 and x minus 3.
There's one more step.
Boil it, just make sure.
Nope.
And then
We can factor one more time.
I'll nine.
Difference of two squares. Spit it out.
Isn't that an X minus 300?
Well, x minus 3, and then x minus 3, x plus 3. I just wrote it in a different order. Does that throw you off when I write it in different order? Because multiplication is commutative. It can do that. Who said I have no idea? It's exactly what you said. Everybody's pointing at you. I'm tired too. Tired of your whining.
Got him.
What are the zeros? 3 and negative 3? Okay, that's what my cubic is sketched. Yeah, so we have a negative 3 single root, and then this is a double root. So that means it hits the x-intercept, or the x-axis right there at the trough, at the minimum, the local minimum. Okay. So if you have a 0 or a factor, it makes things a lot easier. Abe, you good? Okay. Okay, here's what's due Thursday. We're going to do some classwork, but this is due Thursday. Oh, I think it's 4 or 5, actually.
Yeah, it's 4.5, 19, 20, 40, 41, 43, 45.
7 problems. 5 of them are mixed review. I hope you can do that, because you have 2 nights.
I'm scared. You're the laziest.
Don't be scared.